Hey guys, Last Wanderer here, and today I've got this super easy to build, fully automatic sweet berry farm to showcase for you all. Before I get into my farm design and show a tutorial, let me first explain what you actually can do with sweet berries. You can of course eat them, use them to breed foxes, plant a sweet berry bush and grow it, and of course, most importantly, they can be traded to a villager for emeralds. Lots and lots of emeralds. Also, as many of you probably already know, if you zombify and cure the butcher or any other villager, you'll get some great deals. But if you do this twice to a butcher, you'll be able to sell each of your sweet berries for 1 emerald, which would provide an insane number of emeralds over time, especially if you have a lot of butchers. Though, even if you don't do this, you'll still get plenty of emeralds. Alright, now that I've explained what you can actually do with the sweet berries you get from this farm, let me go into more detail on the farm itself. Before I designed this farm, I looked up other sweet berry farms, and to my surprise, I couldn't find a single design that was both fully automatic and did not use any hopper minecarts. The reason I don't like hopper minecarts is because they're a pain to deal with. They take up a lot of space, both having to put rails on blocks and including an unloading station, which also requires redstone circuitry. Then there's also the fact that the hopper minecart might just randomly get stuck in your farm if you unload the chunks, which is no good. And that's why I've made this farm here. It has no hopper minecarts, but it's still fully automatic. So you might be wondering how my farm manages to collect the sweet berries without using any hopper minecarts, and it uses a really simple trick. All the sweet berry bushes are planted on farmland with a hopper below. Because farmland is less than a block tall, evident by the fact that this sweet berry bush is floating a pixel above it, the hopper can still collect the items. So when the sweet berry bush is harvested, all the items end up at the chest at the end. Now, I doubt I'm the first person to learn about this trick. After all, planting sweet berry bushes on farmland is literally on the Minecraft Wikipedia. However, this trick has not gotten the attention it deserves. Though there are some caveats, the farmland has to be hydrated. Unlike regular crops on farmland, if you take away the water source, the farmland or the sweet berry bush will eventually dry out and convert into dirt. Whereas with regular crops, it'll remain as farmland, which is the only dirt block that hoppers can pick up items from. And yes, I did increase the random tick speed by a factor of 100 to demonstrate this. One other thing to note is that sweet berry bushes need at least light level 9 in order to grow new berries. On the harvesting side of this farm, all sweet berries are harvested by foxes. While foxes won't instantly harvest every sweet berry bush, they are still pretty quick about it. But most importantly, foxes harvest sweet berries automatically without any player input. Though, you still need to be within random tick range, so this is not one of those farms you can leave in your spawn chunks and expect to run. Additionally, in order for this farm to be efficient and lossless, the foxes in this farm must always operate under 3 strict conditions. First, the fox must always have a non-food item in its mouth. Sometimes a fox will spawn in like that, and you can just put them in the farm, but in the case you get a fox that does not have anything in its mouth, or has a regular food item in its mouth, it will eventually pick up a sweet berry from the farm below. Not only will this cause you to lose a sweet berry, but the fox also won't harvest any more sweet berry bushes until it eats the item in its mouth, which is not good. So just make sure it always has a non-food item, like any block, tool, weapon, etc. Though, I must warn you, the fortune enchantment will not give you any extra sweet berries, so don't even bother wasting that on foxes. Second of all, even if the fox does have a non-food item in its mouth, if it comes into contact with the sweet berries, it will drop that item and replace it with one of the sweet berries. Though, this is not a problem in my regular farm, since the carpet is always between the fox and the sweet berry items that are harvested. And third and finally, the fox must never have a solid block above it, otherwise the fox will sleep during the day, which will drastically cut into your rates. Always make sure the blocks above are transparent. With all that explained, which took a bit longer than I thought, The last thing I should mention before I start the tutorial are the rates of this farm. This 8x8 design here will get you just over 14 stacks per hour. Here is what I got from a 1-hour test. You can expect similar results. Let's now get started with the tutorial. For this build, you're going to need 2 chests, a stack of hoppers, a stack of dirt, a stack of sweet berries, a stack of carpet, which I would personally recommend being moss carpet, because you can easily get this amount with just 1 moss block and a few pieces of bone meal. You'll also need 2 stacks of glass, 8 light blocks, such as sea lanterns, shroom light, glowstone. Something like torches will not work. A hoe, 2 water buckets, 2 stairs of any kind, and 2 or more regular blocks, along with your 3 foxes and the items you'll put in those foxes' mouths. First, start with a double chest and have 8 hoppers coming out the back. And do that for the other side as well. Then have 3 hoppers pointed to each of these hoppers. Next, build this whole 8x8 platform here with dirt. When you're done with that, on the 3rd block from each corner, put a light source. And on these 2 sides here, put a stair, block, and waterlog it. Now you can take your hoe and turn all this dirt into farmland. With that done, just cover this whole 8x8 platform with sweetberry bushes. With the sweetberry bushes all planted, just cover all of them with carpet. With your farm looking something like this, the only block you have left to place is the glass. Just go around, making a 2-high wall like this. And add a glass roof. With the farm structurally complete, all you have left to do is get your 3 foxes, give them all an item, and bring them into the farm. All you have left to do is wait for your sweet berries to grow, and your foxes will automatically harvest them for you. There is one last thing I should show, an expanded design of the farm. Foxes can actually pathfind to sweetberry bushes that are 12 blocks away, even diagonally. So that's what I have here, a 12 by 12 area of farmland, minus this 1 block here, that's 4 blocks away from this side, and 4 blocks away from this side, just so we can have this water source here to make sure all the farmland is properly hydrated, and a light source so all the sweet berries are always at light level 9 or higher so that they can grow. In case you're wondering, the hopper grid below is the same as before, just slightly expanded. From here, all you have to do is add in your sweet berry bushes, your carpet, the glass walls, the glass ceiling, and the foxes. For design this large, I'd recommend around 7. Now, you could technically make the sweetberry farm even bigger than this, with the catch that some of the sweet berries wouldn't always be consistently harvested, but you'd also run into some other problems, like having to make sure each sweet berry bush is at light level 9 or higher, and also hoppers do still cause lag. Just this small area shouldn't cause too much, but if you make the farm really big, then that might start being a problem. And thus concludes my 3rd fox-powered farm. Though I will admit, my chicken and egg farm does need a bit of an update. But that's all I've got for now. So, thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out some of my others, and make sure to come back next time for my next video. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye. The one thing I didn't mention is that you can compost the sweet berries to get bone meal. But that's not really a good idea, because there's better farms for that.